मैं नहीं जा रहा स्कूल ले.
Oi, Battlekatt. Oh, what just happened? Fuck, man. Jesus Christ. I just woke up, man. I swear to God, I looked at the news and it's like freaking 2017, man. I just woke up myself.
2017?
Wake up, man.
639 phone calls, missed phone calls from my wife. Yo, H, man.
Dude, look at this newspaper. Look who's the president right now, man.
What the when the hell did Donald Trump become president of the United States?
What the fuck? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dip Hop Radio. I'm your host, DJ HMD, alongside the original crew. We've waken up from the past. God damn, that was some crazy ass weed I think we had last time.
Shit.
I got beside me right now the Indian Lion to my left, River Pierce to the middle, and then right to my right side I got Battlekatt. He's back in effect right here.
That's right, the curry in the pot is gonna be bubbling real hot. We got River Pierce in the house.
Welcome to Dip Hop Radio.
Alright, we got a jam-packed show because we got so much shit to talk to you guys about. Like I said, last time we were here it was 2015. Goddamn, man, Donald Trump president कितना बढ़ गया?
अब मैंनू नहीं पता यार, ये अमेरिका वाले भी सदाई है यार.
Holy shit, dude.
पता नहीं उम्पा लुम्पा नु चक के पालता presidency दे विच. Sala orange gel.
We're gonna need a few shows to really explain all this shit, man, that happened. But we're gonna try our best. We got about a half an hour, 45 minutes with you guys. So we're gonna try to pack in a few tracks from the, from the Punjab, from the UK, from the Canada, from everywhere. And
yes, definitely, 100%. We got a lot of love in the studios here, bubbling real hot out of Richmond, British Columbia, Canada.
That's right. We're going to touch on a few subjects today, you know what I mean? We're going to touch on things that people don't really like to touch on radio or wherever you want to get it in the social media or in the media, period. But we not scared. We never really gave up.
Fuck off, sorry, Johnny.
That's right. We're going to be touching on a couple of serious things. Well, it's always serious, and a Dip Hop just drops that sort of smiley sort of ingredients over it.
So far, right now, from after waking up, I can't believe it, guys. One man's story that has sparked nothing but media attention has been the case of Scotland-born British citizen JAGTAR Singh JOHAL.
I heard about that, man.
That's right. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that, definitely.
So, okay, you know what? Let's just kick off the show with our first track, and it's related to the first topic coming up. You guys might figure it out when you're just here.
Taking a flight out of Vancouver International, heading to Nummy Diddly. We got a story about that.
gentlemen, that was AK-47 WALE by Tiger Style, written by my man JHALMAN SINGH from the Pind Tanda Garaya de Lageo. He wrote a song for me called String is King 2, coming out soon. But just want to get back on that topic of the track, because the reason why we played it was River was talking about right before we got into that. Let's elaborate on that, River. Can you tell the people what's going on right now in the world with as far as the 1984 situation and all that stuff? I'm hearing some crazy stuff about that Juggy guy you were talking about. What exactly is going on?
Oh my god, man, you don't even know. It's absolutely absurd. So this guy's story has completely sparked nothing but media attention. He's like a Scotland-born British citizen. His entire family lives in the UK. So, to those that are unaware of the case, Mr. Johal went to India for his own wedding that took place on October 18th of this year. On November 4th, he, his wife, and his cousin's sister intended to just take a trip down to Chandigarh when he had been arrested in Jalandhar for his views and discussions in a magazine and on social media regarding the 1984 Sikh genocide. However, after doing some reading on India's penal code regarding censorship and social media, there appears to be no laws stating that an individual can or cannot give their opinions about riots that occurred in history. On the contrary, there are laws regarding censorship and public obscenity under sections 292, 293, and 294, which clarifies that something has to happen within India in public for it to be deemed as obscene. So at the time of arrest, his wife's freaking out and she's asking, oh my god, where are you going to take my husband? And she's told, oh, we're going to take him to this one courthouse in Faridkot, but they end up going the opposite direction and take him to Moga instead. And because they can't really pin...
Really? The government lied about what they were doing? Does that really exist?
Yeah,
the government lied about where they were taking them? Sorry to interrupt.
Big surprise there. Big surprise there, you know what I'm saying?
नहीं पंजाब पुलिस ना झूठ बोल दी नहीं.
Yeah, no, only boldi.
Hey, you know what the funny thing is about that too? Speaking of Punjab police, like anything that happens, I know motherfuckers who murdered people down there. You pay them like $5,000 Canadian or something, you get your ass out of jail, no problem. How come this Juggy guy can't do that?
So it's crazy.
Well, see, there's more. To touch on that subject, there's more politics involved, man. You know
maybe this is a bit of propaganda.
I do want to hear what the rest of what River is saying.
I definitely think that's another show that we should talk about.
100%.
Well, since none of these charges are sticking, guys, now they're trying to pin all these murder charges on him, including the murders of RSS activists in Punjab.
Exactly, right. There's something much more underlying, I think, going on here we don't really know about. Like, why is everybody making such a big rolly about this thing suddenly? You know?
Well, because it's the Indian government doing what the hell they've always been doing. You know what I'm saying? Or not just the Indian government, the governments in the government's period. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
See, I think it's a passionate subject. That's why we keep cutting River off here. But River, what's the bottom line at the end of that thing?
Well, pretty much what's happened is that this guy, he doesn't know anybody there. All he has is his grandmother, and they raided his grandma's house. They're not telling him where anybody is. And on top of that, this guy's going through nothing but abuse from the police, including sexual abuse, which is pretty effed up to me. They sent shocks to his nipples and his penis. That's some next level stuff.
Hi, mar gaya.
Indian Landis had a mental image about himself because he doesn't want to say anything because he's afraid that next time he goes to Delhi airport, he's about to get like arrested for speaking about
exactly. That's why I won't be talking too much about that.
Lion, don't worry. I got two of them. You can borrow one of mine. You know what I'm saying?
So here's the thing, guys. Initially, when somebody's arrested in India and they're remanded, they have to do an entire physical check before that. And so November 4th, this guy's remanded. They do his physical, they take him to the courthouse, and then he didn't have any advocate covering him at the time. So after he's remanded, the police beat the shit out of him, they do all this awful stuff to him, and now when he has a lawyer who's trying to say, hey, we need to have medical examiners come in and check out this guy, the courts are like, no.
I got a few problems with this whole situation, though.
Well, corruption, you think? A little bit?
No,
Maybe.
that stuff too, but also at the same time, like, let's just go on Jaggi's side, like, say he's real and his movement is real. He's on websites and doing whatever he's doing, the reasons why they went after him. Why are these youth doing it? First of all, the guy's like 30 years old, right? He wasn't even around in 1984, I think. Was he? Was he born at that time?
Well,
I
he
don't
might
think
have
so.
been. Like, I remember going to India after 1984 happened in 1986. I remember going to seeing the Akal Takht the way it was. You know what I'm saying? I remember that time.
Me
you
too.
Know what I mean?
I went as well.
You remember that
I
time?
was
You had
there,
the sandbags and everything. You know what? It's a passionate subject to me.
I remember that time as well, you know, seeing all them tank sort of footprints all over that marble and everywhere. It was all rubble there, that side there, the Akal Takht.
And it's absolutely nuts, guys. I was in India this year. I went to the Golden Temple. The gunshots are still there. The feelings are still really real, and people are still passionate about it.
Well, see, you know, the one thing that I think it's the underlying subject that I think it's about why people and the youth are acting up is because it's we're on social media. It's freedom of speech. Like Satinder Dhillon, he went against the companies and so on and so forth and the Canadian government because of freedom of speech. We are allowed to say what we want to say when we want to say it. If it's not your opinion, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think that that's true. But, like, you know, most of the youth, they're into, like, being, you know, more rebellious when they're in the 20s, when they're younger. You have the energy inside of you. You want to rebel for something. They need a reason. Now, in 1984 is an old school thing. It happened a long time ago. And, you know, like, we need to let things go. Like, if you really want to go by Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Sikhi, right? Guru Nanak Dev Ji was about world unity, world politics, right? World War II is a bigger problem. Like, when the Hitler regime did the genocide on the Jews, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, well, more of a bigger issue.
Yeah, no,
I mean, if we're going to talk about history...
Well, it's just... No, hold on. That's just like the Delhi, the Indian government going into Delhi and shutting off the power for 8 to 10 hours and, you know, raping our women, throwing tires over the Sikh brothers and burning them alive. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not even the riots, it's the aftermath. It's everybody that's affected by it. Now, unless you had family members within politics, you had somebody that you knew, you weren't safe. Youth with turbans at that time in 1984 weren't safe. And what's obscene about it the most is it's the police with turbans arresting the youth with turbans and saying, no, we're against ourselves.
Well, I think that, you know, we need to, like, you know, when there's one thing in Sikhi they call Sarbat da Pala. It means that, you know, to forgive your enemies. Like for example, in the war times, when enemies were down on the ground, the gurus were like just the army themselves were feeding people water, their enemies themselves, right? So the other thing is that, you know, like even with World War II or with this stuff, the history is history. We can't change those things. Let's look at problems that are happening in this present moment. Why don't we deal with those things?
No, I understand what you're saying, H, but touching on, like, you talked about Guru Nanak and so on and so forth, right? But our sixth Guru Har Gobind Singh Ji, also said to take up arms to protect, you know what, people that, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't, but, like, I get it. We're spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be peaceful than violent. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like it on my tracks when I'm rapping, but I am a very peaceful person most of the time.
Hey guys, love and peace are so much more above problems and pride, and I agree with both of you. Both of you present really good arguments and points.
I really think, you know, we really need more time on this topic, and we will be keeping you more informed. But right now, I think we should drop something that's to do with this song. Something Singhs do things.
Yeah, Singhs doing things. I think we should bring CHANI NATTAN in about this subject one day. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
Battlekatt was showing me this track actually today. It's pretty cool. What's going on with this guy?
Roose, man. Singhs doing things. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're dropping next.
Yeah, nice day in the band, oh baby. Sears, CHANI NATTAN wrote this lyrical. Bunny Gill sang it. Harj Negra produced it. And you know what I mean? Shot at my boy Sonny Ojala's, you know, container yard and so on and so forth. Let's drop this. Bruh.
Shoot at the side, outer knee. Shoot at the side, outer. Assalat paudhe utton border knee. Sade shoot at the side, outer knee. Oh, rehn nahiyo deniya, rehn nahiyo deniya, rehn nahiyo deniya, rehn nahiyo deniya. Kehinde rehn nahiyo deniya, pakka yatte daadiyan. Oh, usko maganya dekhe ek santaariyan. Sone sarkare hone kalla hone. Santaria. हो के में हज लाउनी ट्रेनिंगां करा लिया ओ रूस तो मगाइयां देके एक सन ताड़ियां सोने सरकारे हुणे गल्लां होने रूस तो मगाइयां देके एक सन ताड़ियां सोने सरकारे हुणे गल्लां होने वालियां हो चन्नी नत्ता दे तां बाकी यार ने अते ढिल्लां विच बाकी अते बाहर ने हो लोकां दे स्टार मूवी स्टार आ साडे ਲਈ ਹਵਾਰਾ ਜਗਤਾਰ ਆ ਤਿਹਾੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਿਹਾੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਿਹਾੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਤਿਹਾੜ ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਵਿੱਚ ਪੜਦੇ ਨੇ ਬਾਣੀਆਂ ਓ ਰੂਸ ਤੋਂ ਮਗਾਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਨਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੋਣੇ ਰੂਸ ਤੋਂ ਮਗਾਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਕੇ ਇੱਕ ਸਨਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਸੋਹਣੇ ਸਰਕਾਰੇ ਹੁਣੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੋਣੇ ਵਾਲੀਆਂ
Physical death, I do not fear. But death of conscience, that's a sure death.
Wow, wow, inna sona record up on Dip Hop Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you're having a fantastic time. I hope you really enjoyed that intense, sort of immense conversation of what's going on in the Punjab there.
Yeah, and you know what? There's one of the points I was trying to make, that there's so many things going on in the world in different areas and in different countries on the same kind of thing, especially in the present day moment, which I think is more important. For example, the North Korea situation with Donald Trump. What's going on? See, like, I don't know if you guys...
What's going on with that situation?
Well,
Sorry, I've been asleep for about 2 years, so I have no idea what's going on.
There's been a problem with North Korea for years in the United States, and, you know, they've been, like, practicing making nuclear weapons and threatening them. They're not apparently really all about the USA way of life. And, you know, he's been testing missiles for the last, like, maybe 6-7 months. I don't even know, maybe, I mean, he's been testing them since the Bush time. Even George Bush, I mean, Korea was.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't him
North
at the time.
Korea, right?
North Korea, sorry.
Yeah.
It's been going on for years. I mean, there's problems. But right now, it's been escalating more than ever since Trump came into power, too. Now, I don't know, what's the relation to that?
Well, I was sort of watching on the TV. Them bombs go far. They say reaching New York, Seattle, all over the place.
They have the capability of flying their nuclear warheads towards New York. And first it was West Coast Los Angeles, even it could hit Vancouver or Seattle. And now they're saying they're capable of hitting it in New York. And they've been testing these bombs. And they're landing in near Japan every time for some reason. Because Japan is an ally of the United States. And so they're messing around with these things and testing them. He called him, what did he call him? A rocket man.
Rocket man.
Donald Trump did. Now, I'm not saying Donald Trump's the friggin' angel of the world, right? Well, come on now. That's a whole different topic of itself.
There's an Oompa Loompa running freaking the United States right now. Look, what the hell are you talking about?
No, I'm actually, I like a lot of things Trump's doing, and we'll get into that another time.
I don't know, guys. All I can think is Trumpy, dump, orange-looking
But
motherfucker. You're no fun.
Yeah, but doesn't it look like all you guys...
Well, hey,
like,
hold on 1 second. I think... Personally, I think the reason these missiles are being launched and the reason Trump is getting ready, economy goes down usually right before a war is about to hit. They need money, they start a war. Their wars happen for money.
There's a lot of underlying things, and what I'm noticing though, and why it seems like in this room right now, there's 3 people who are Trump haters, and I'm not a completely Trump supporter, but I'm more pro than any of you guys are here. Because I'm not being brainwashed by the media, by the people and everybody, like the swarming like gangster mentality going on in the world right now, against like somebody who's speaking the truth and saying, CNN, you're fake news. I've never heard a president say that, and keep his promises. Whether his promises are good or not doesn't matter. He kept his promises and he's doing what he said he would do.
No,
and
what he's doing, H, is he's being a really, really, really good businessman and a marketing
and that's the
genius
world we
at the
live
moment, right now. And yeah, and that's why I think that's why he got into power. He knows how to play those media type lines. So us listening to the media, it's not listening to the media. But to tell you the truth, I don't even watch CNN. After 9/11, I never watched CNN again. Right?
But they want to, okay, the media, you know, is full like Hollywood, all these people. The media is controlled by this, like the Illuminati, the government system. We know this stuff if you look into it, right? He's attacking those things. So all these people, like a hive mentality.
Is he really attacking those things?
He is. He's exposing it slowly by slowly.
I don't know about that, man.
I don't know. A lot of things confuse me about Trump. He hates Muslims, but he has 4 wives. ends up pissing off all these other countries. I don't. Hey,
that's wrong. He doesn't hate
I-
Muslims. That's bullshit. That's not true at
Well,
all. Media's
he's-
portraying it that way. Absolutely nothing to do with Muslims. None of that crap.
Then why was the bill passed about the immigrants then?
Immigration bill.
Yeah, but why? It-
From the Obama administration.
without immigration.
No, he banned certain countries that the Obama administration laid out in front of them. That these are the countries we have terror and problems from. It was laid out by their administration, not by Trump's. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So I get that, and that's what it was laid out for.
He's
But
following the military way.
Hold.
That's the information they were given by Obama guys.
No, that's I get you what you're saying right there. But wasn't the United States of America and Canada, North America, like the whole country was based on immigrants? Like without immigration, what the Trump administration and the United States, the president and the prime minister and these provinces and the states would never existed if the immigration wasn't here.
At that
Really,
time.
the land belongs to the native people.
Yeah, but
it's their country.
But you can say that about any country. Every country is invaded by somebody. The Mongolians, Genghis Khan invaded India, and all other places all around Europe. And
but
Middle
India's
East.
not Mongol right
It's
now.
like never was. Original people never owned their countries. There's no original people owning any country right now in the world.
Yeah,
They've
that's
all
be-
been taken over by somebody.
That's because humans
that's-
are aliens and we invaded Earth.
That's normal. That's what we do. That's human nature, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I really, there again, guys, I know this can go on all day long and we should come back to this, but let's just summarize this up a little bit more. Like, should USA or the whole world be really fearful of what's going on over there in Korea?
Well, clearly, North Korea is fearful. That's why they're testing out all these bombs. I'd be fearful of Trump too.
Okay, we're going to be touching on that topic later on.
Which is a good thing.
And
that's
think
why America's powerful. That's why they are who they are. You need a powerful military. You can't let that idiot
bully.
drop bombs.
They're a bully, and you know it too.
Listen, Kim Jong-un is a fucking... If you know about the country...
Okay, children.
Okay,
children.
calm
It's
down
time for
now.
a timeout.
That's right.
Lion, give him a milk.
We're going to take you out of that. Like I said, the curry in the pot is bubbling real hot. We hope you're enjoying today's show. So we're going to go into a track called Eye of the Tiger.
Because, we're talking about countries battling, so why not? It's fit. It's absolutely...
battle.
That's
fit.
right. From the group Survivor, Eye of the Tiger on Dip Hop Radio.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Duke it out. There should be a picture of Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un right now. Lightning going through.
Chances are they're both probably the best of fucking friends. It's all a fucking hoax. It's all a fucking hoax.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances. I'm not gonna stop. Just a man and his will to survive. It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last known survivor stalks his prey in the night, and he's watching us now in the eye of the tiger. The eye of the tiger. Eye of the tiger. Eye of the tiger.
You know what? Can I just say something? Talking about Trump has made me depressed, bro.
Shit.
Like depressed.
I feel you. I feel you.
You know what
How
I'm
the
saying?
world is that way, man.
I like just even thinking about Trump makes me depressed. You know, with his hair flapping in the wind. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are something else.
But honestly, I'm actually glad that you're one of the few Punjabis that's able to admit it. Hey, I'm feeling depressed.
No, you're right. You're right, man.
It's a tough one, man.
It's a big problem.
ਸੱਚੀ ਬਾਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਨੂੰ ਪ੍ਰੋਬਲਮਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਆ
Straight up, man. And it's a big problem within our community to come out about depression or even suicide or the fact that you're not feeling safe around your own loved ones or whatnot. And you know what I mean?
Shoot, I think it's obscene that a person can't even admit that they're feeling anxious about some shit. Don't you just want to vent? Like,
There's so many things going on in the world, you know, like that freaking make you depressed. It's crazy, this place we live in. You know, how do you cope with such things, man? Battlekatt, like, what do you think? Like,
ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਕਹਿਣਾ medication ਹਾਂਜੀ ਲਾ ਲਿਆ ਕਰੋ medication ਥੋੜੀ
that's very true, very true.
But see, I like the natural herb medication. Yeah, go on. You know what
No,
I'm saying? Not that pharmaceutical.
No, that's
crap
what he
that
was
the government.
talking about.
Yeah, so the pharmaceutical stuff that the government is feeding you. Now, I think the government personally came up with a way to feed humans' nature, because humans naturally tend to go negative and be depressed, right? We look for enlightenment, so they came up with a way where they can feed us pills, feed us drugs in order to stupefy us. You know what I'm saying? But
stupefy us
well, realistically, that is what it's doing. It's completely sedating us out of our minds, so we're just numb to all of this shit that's happening around us.
hurry medication alert
We're gonna get back into that. That Damian Marley thing was pretty trippy. We'll get into that.
the Damian Marley thing.
So tell us, like, is there like something that you can recommend or what? Anything to say about that?
Well, you know what? All I gotta say to anyone is, like, if you're feeling depressed, especially if you're feeling suicidal, you need to talk to someone. Talk to someone. You know what I'm saying? You talk to someone. And I'm telling you this on a personal level. Like, I've been on the edge.
Well,
I've been gone over the edge. I've tried that. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good place to be. And you know what I mean? I'm admitting it on air. But it is what it is. I'd rather have it out there than not.
Yeah, I feel you, man, for sure. But you know what? Just talking about this depression thing just made me think of a guy who actually was calling his friend for some help because he was feeling all depressed and whatever you have. It's this track I heard right here. It's a pretty interesting thing. You think we should play it? This guy calling for help for his buddy? And it's just, he's a depressed guy.
No, yeah, we can't play that one.
yeah we
Fuck
can
yeah,
play
you better play that one.
All right, let's play that.
here
Check
we
this
go
out.
one more time Dip Up Radio.
Yo, bro, what's going on, man? Hey,
Shit, nigga.
yeah, man, sorry I had to call you like
What
this.
time is it, man?
I don't know, it's like 2 a.m. or something, man. I was just listening to this radio station, you know, Dip Hop
Do you
Radio.
know what time it is?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man, exactly, but like, you know, dude, I just felt a little bit down, you know, because these guys were
What's going
talking,
on?
these Dip Hop guys were talking about depression and stuff, and I don't know, man, I couldn't help but think about Biggie, you know. Just
What
kind
the
of.
fuck is wrong with you?
When I die, fuck it, I wanna go to hell. Cause I'm a piece of shit, it ain't hard to fucking tell. It don't make sense going to heaven with the goody goodies dressed in white. I like black Tims and black hoodies. Gotta probably have me on some real strict shit. No sleeping all day, no getting my dick licked. Hanging with the goody goodies, lounging in paradise. Fuck that shit. I wanna tote guns and shoot dice. All my life I've been considered as the worst. lying to my mother, even stealing out her purse. Crime after crime, from drugs to extortion. I know my mother wish she got a fucking abortion. She don't even love me like she did when I was younger. Sucking on her chest just to stop my fucking hunger. I wonder if I died, would tears come to her eyes? Forgive me for my disrespect, forgive me for my lies. My baby mother's 8 months, her little sister's 2. Who's to blame for both of them?
Not you.
I swear to God, I wanna just slip my wrist and end this bullshit. Roll the magnum to my head, threaten the bullshit, and squeeze until the bed's completely red. I'm glad I'm dead, a worthless fucking Buddha head. The stress is building up, I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I wanna leave, I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling me. But nah, you wouldn't understand.
Nigga, talk to me, please, man.
See, it's kinda like the crack did the Pookie and New Jack. Except when I cross over, it ain't no coming back. Should I die on the train track like Rainbow and Beat Street? People at the funeral frontin' like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She know me and her sister had something going on.
Hey, yo.
I reached my peak, I can't speak. Call my nigga cheek, tell him that my will is weak.
Hey, yo,
I'm
come
sick
on,
of
nigga.
niggas lying, I'm sick of bitches
Hey, yo.
hawking. Matter of fact,
Yo, yo,
I'm sick
big.
of talking.
Hey, yo, chill. Hey, yo, big. 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 Hey, yo,
Oh yeah, I guess by now you figured out who that is. Hey, yo, Big! Biggie Smalls from the album Ready to Die. Suicidal Thoughts was the track name. And sorry for the little bit of clowning I was doing at the beginning of the track. This is actually a serious matter though, and you know, we really want to be there for you if you need some help. I believe Battlekatt has a little bit more information to share about that. What was that you were talking about again, Battle?
So I just want to say we were talking about depression and suicide. Look, if any person out there needs someone to talk to, there is a crisis line. I can give you the BC number. You know what I mean? It's 604-951-8855. 604-951-8855. You know, if you need to talk to someone, call them. You know what I mean? Don't wait.
And realistically, anything that matters to you and that is affecting your social well-being and just your internal self, you should be able to talk about it. Crisis Line is a great place to phone. I myself have called it a couple of times in my life, and truthfully, they probably have people there in Punjabi and many other languages as well to help you and assist you if you need the help and you need to talk to someone. It's anonymous, and if it's a matter of shame, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's completely private, and yeah, you should just go for it.
Say, Bart, well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome one more time to Dip Hop Radio. We've been touching upon some serious stuff today. Like, first of all, we were talking about at the beginning of the show,
JAGTAR, SINGH, JOHAL.
that's absolutely right. And then we went over to North Korea.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un and the Donald Trump situation.
And you got that right. And then we talked about suicide, depression, and mental illness just now.
That's right. Suicide, depression, and mental illness. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington. You know what I'm saying?
I say, Bart, well, we're going to change the vibe a little bit because the backbone of Dip Hop Radio, of course, is music. Reaching out to the north, south, east, and west. I told you before, the curry in the pot is bubbling real hot. So I'm going to have my little say for a little moment or two. And after my say, we're going to drop a track from Snow. That's right, Informa. This is our respect to the 1990s on Dip Hop Radio. But let me just get back to talking about the music industry. I'm sort of really shocked out at the Punjab Bhangra music. All the beats seem like they're the same, and everyone seems like they're copying Diljit Dosanjh.
No, they're not. Well, maybe lyrically, but you know what's really going on from like the last 10-15 years? Everybody samples Giddiyan Di Rani by A.S. Congo.
No, I agree
That's
with that.
all it is. Every song's backbone is Giddiyan Di Rani's tolki going on.
H, remember when we were in the studio in Chandigarh? The sound engineer that was there, okay, we didn't have our beats there, it wouldn't work on his thing. What did he do? He put on the loop for Giddiyan Di Rani.
Every
and
time.
He's like, and he slowed it down and sped
Giddiyan
it
Di
up.
Rani since 1970, some 7-8, he killed it. It is still rocking every Punjabi song today.
Well, man, I'll tell you about, well, let me get back to my English roots. Well, one more time, thank you ever so much for listening in. But I'm sort of getting concerned, especially, I remember in the 1990s, there was so much flavour coming out of the United Kingdom and the starting of Jazzy B, and India was popping with its folk. There was a nice mix with the DJs coming through. And today it's like I was saying when me and H was in Goa last year in Sunsplash. Hot. Don't forget Greggy Sunsplash Goa is on this year.
It was crazy.
January 13th and 14th. Be there in Goa. But talking about the music, what happened to sort of like the flavour of like not just like hip hop or desi, like sort of reggae was large with the Bhangra beats in the 90s. That seems not to be coming back.
No, that doesn't seem to be coming back. But I gotta say one thing. I know a lot of the industry right now sounds the same, but I gotta give it up to the Brown Boys and Sidhu Mooseyala, Sully Malton, and Big
Malton
Bird.
is the bomb.
Malton, Sidhu Mooseyala, and Big Bird is killing
is the shit
it right
too.
now.
I like that guy.
Props up, man.
Sure.
Straight up.
There we
killing
go.
it.
But that's not reggae.
Love from the West Coast.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Love from the west to the east every time. Canada, we're still large on the music thing. Lots of great things happening here in Canada with the music.
So Indian Lion, what do you think, man, from that time? Like, this guy's an OG. If you guys don't know, Indian Lion was like the original radio host of Canada, all of North America, Punjabi guy. We know there was nobody else out there, but back then he was flipping the tracks. Wait, Lion, what's the track?
G, all I can say one more time is Kukkad ta Kukkadi da aj jarur mukabla hona on Hip Hop Radio. And don't forget
Again, they're back?
And don't forget our Morni
Oh,
thing,
Morni,
you know?
man. Yeah, the one that
We'll
was...
bring the Morni back, but
he's really close to the Morni, remember? He likes it from the back.
There
Lion,
we go. In a former coming up on Hip Hop Radio, our selection for the 90s.
What's up, man? Hey, yo, what's going on, yo? Sick and tired of 5-0 running up on the block, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Snow, they came around looking for you the other day. Word, bust it. Informer, you know, say that I'm a stormy, I go blam. Ali keep on bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a stormy, stand somewhere down the lane. Ali keep on bum down. Informer, you know, say that I'm a stormy, I go blam. Ali keep on bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a stormy, stand somewhere down the lane. Ali keep on bum down. Please, I'm gonna come in and they blow down my door. Rain it come pour through my window, so they put me in the back the car at the station. From that point on, I reached my destination, where the destination region had the east detention. Where I look down my pants, look up my bottom, so informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam. I keep on bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, stop somewhere down the lane. I keep on bum down. Informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam. I keep on bum down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, stop somewhere down the lane. I keep on bum down. So big on them, they think them have more power. They on the phone, me say they wanna want me for once I use it once and now me call me lover. Love who me calling on the one tell me and me lover in my heart down to my belly. Yes, and I'm a snowman, I feel cool and deadly. It's the one MC Shine and the one that is snow. Together we all have a Mr. Tornado Informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam. I keep on boom down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, start somewhere down the lane. I keep on boom down. Informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam. I keep on boom down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, start somewhere down the lane. I keep on boom down. So listen for me, you better listen for me now. Listen for me, you better listen for me now. Bring me the rubber, the microphone, but the rock can't stay. You say that I'm a snowman, yeah, the art to go down, but I'm not in and out the dance. I mean, say where you come from. People them say you come from Jamaica, but me born and raised in the ghetto, no one tell for no. People out, people man is all I'm on. No, yeah, my shoes and them tear up and my toes just a show. For me, I'm balling on the one Toronto, so informer. You know, say that I'm a snowman, I go glam. I keep boom boom down. Take the man that say that I'm a snowman, start somewhere down the lane.
Oh, yes. Well, you've been listening to Hip Hop Radio. Thank you ever so much for joining us. Of course, we went back to the 1990s with Snow with Informer. What a beautiful track that was. There was some great music in the 1990s. Well, today we touch upon many things. I hope you've really been enjoying today's show. It's been a great pleasure for Indian Lion to come up on the studios here in Richmond, British Columbia, Canada. Hip Hop Radio.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Hip Hop Radio, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in effect, and unfortunately, we're almost out of time here. This is our final track we're going to play for you guys. And this one's a track that me and my co-host here, Battlekatt, worked on a couple years ago with a few of our friends, North American Desi rappers.
What is it? Are you playing him at Sing?
Yeah, you know what? And I wanna actually, before I mention any of the other artists on this track, I wanna mention Deep Cold. Deep Cold is on the chorus line of this track. He passed away
Rest
a few
in
years
peace.
ago when Battlekatt and I were on tour back in 2014. That time, yeah. So rest in peace, Deep Cold.
Yes, rest in peace. I'd just like to say a big fat mota sasi akal going out to Rasta Mike.
Oh hell yeah, boy.
Yeah, Rasta Mike's doing a lot of big things with a lot of Punjabi artists right now. He's got a track with Jazzy B, or apparently Lina's telling me coming out.
I don't know too much about that, but nudge, wink, wink. There's some stuff happening in the studios, I'll tell you that.
And that was exclusive from Dippy Leaks.
Yeah, and this is one of the rare Rasta Mike tracks. Rasta Mike appearances on a track, especially with Dip Hop, the only one he did with us. So he's one of the artists on this track.
Well, I think like you were saying, man. Like you mentioned, rest in peace, Deep Cold. Deep Cold's on this track. HMD is on this track. I Am It, the Battlekatt is on this track.
Yeah.
My boy RS JOHAL is on this track.
Yeah, Teflon Don is on this track, and Sonny Brown is on this track.
And Rasta Mike is on this track.
Seven artists on this song.
So pretty much all the important people are on this track.
Oh, I already like this one.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, if you need more information or you want to send, if you want to send us something that you like or you don't like or want played or something we should be talking about more, you can reach us at diphopmusic@gmail.com.
Yeah, and once again, thanks for tuning in. This is Dip Hop Radio, and we're taking it back to Willpower from the album Nasha Detox, music by, yes, yours truly, DJ HMD.
ਸਾਡੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੈਰੀ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੌਤ ਮੁਰੇ ਹੱਸ ਖੜਦੇ ਆ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ
The king of the ring, ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਚਾਲ ਡੋਲਿਆਂ ਚ ਚਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਹੱਥਿਆਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਬੇਕਾਰ I'm going for the kill, who wanna go to war I'm the king of the ring, ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਚਾਲ ਡੋਲਿਆਂ ਚ ਚਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਹੱਥਿਆਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਬੇਕਾਰ I'm going for the kill, who wanna go to war
As I step into the ring, like HIMMAT sing, you about to witness the king take the champion throne from skin to bone. I'm tough as stone, na tera paar dunga sir mere mukke no. Put fear in your mind, mere akkhan no. Tera pura haal, put me face to face. I've killed thousands of y'all, murder case to case. So je maut that you vekhani, then let's go toe to toe. And yo, here comes my left throw. From the underground, I rise against the grain. Took every blow, I rise against the pain. With every win, I rise to another gain and fight for the freedom of my family name. For my land, to hold the memory of my mother. For my father, who suffered the fall of my one brother. For my elder, who fell, so I could be another eye of the tiger, heart of the lion. That make you shudder. The one who takes the dream and kept rising. The one who kept his eyes on the prize. And the one that's born to lead the resistance. The one out of many born to go the distance.
ਸਾਡੀ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ ਸਾਡੇ ਵੈਰੀ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਲੈਣਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੌਤ ਮੁਰੇ ਹੱਸ ਖੜਦੇ ਆ ਹਿੰਮਤ ਦੇ ਕੀ ਕਹਿਣੇ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਤੋਂ ਡਰਦੇ ਆ
I'm the king of the ring, ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਚਾਲ ਡੋਲਿਆਂ ਚ ਚਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਹੱਥਿਆਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਬੇਕਾਰ I'm going for the kill, who wanna go to war I'm the king of the ring, ਮੇਰੇ ਸ਼ੇਰਾਂ ਵਾਲੇ ਚਾਲ ਡੋਲਿਆਂ ਚ ਚਾਲ ਮੇਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਹੱਥਿਆਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰੋਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ ਉਹਨੇ ਬੇਕਾਰ I'm going for the kill, who wanna go to war
From the bottom of the street to the top of the peaks, bringing heat to compete, a G from the elite. I'ma seek and destroy and defeat the weak. Creep on them real sleek, sweep them off their feet. No retreat, put to sleep, sacrifice their meat. When we eat, it's a feast in the belly of the beast. No peace off the lease, is my brother deceased. Increased pain in my veins, our flames been reached. Like Mayweather, make you featherweight, spring when I swing. Float like a butterfly, like Ali I sting. I'm the king of the ring, no limit, I'm all in. Beware, you ain't prepared for the share him and sing.
Fist up, and I'm headed down the wrong street. I ain't got no heartbeat, so cold as concrete. Cause I'm a nightmare, right hand of southpaw. Leave you with some broke teeth, broken jaw, mouth. And I'm back now, I ain't finna back down. Pain in my veins, blood stains in my background. Yeah, 12 rounds of test of manhood. I leave you boxed up and sit like some canned goods. The Undertaker, taking out my adversaries, drain the blood from your veins and your capillaries. It's just another burden I'ma have to carry, but really it's another body I'ma have to bury.
Yes, you know you won't recognize it. By your mother or your father, them will say, who is it? Cause your teeth are bust out and your eye black again. Lord, in your mouth splat out everywhere.
I'm the king of the ring. मेरे शेरा वाले जाओ डोली हाथ जाओ मेरे हाथ हथियार मैनू रोक नहीं सकते होना है बेकार I'm going for the kill who wanna go to war I'm the king of the ring मेरे शेरा वाले जाओ डोली हाथ जाओ मेरे हाथ हथियार मैनू रोक नहीं सकते होना है बेकार I'm going for the kill who wanna go to war
साडी हिम्मत ने की कहने ना कदे किसे तो डरदे आ हिम्मत दे की कहने ना कदे किसे तो डरदे आ साडे वैरी ने की कर लेना जदों मौत मुरे हंस कर दे आ हिम्मत दे की कहने ना कदे किसे तो डरदे
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for tuning in to Dip Hop Radio.
Hang on a second, Mr. HMD.
What?
I've got
What?
something to say.
What?
Indian Lion, like what the bloody hell is going on in the fucking media, mate? Like what's up with Prince Harry and freaking marrying an American who's a divorcee and who's half black? Hang on, I thought the fucking crown was racist, mate.
Well, let me tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls tuning in. We did say tatty bye to you guys earlier on, but we did forget about Harry and his new one.
What happened with Harry?
Well, he's official now.
I never heard of it. Well, he just got engaged, yeah? So he just got engaged to this American woman who's a divorcee, who's half black. Well, it's got nothing to do with nothing. But hang on, King Edward VIII gave up his throne and passed it on to George.
Holy shit, is Battlekatt possessed right now by some Englishman?
Passed it on to George, right? Yeah? And then he had to abdicate the throne because he was marrying a twice divorcee.
All I'm going to say is that Prince Harry will never be a king of fucking England.
Hang on a second. The church and the crown has said it's all right. So he's still in the line. He's fifth in the line right now.
Well, I've said my say.
What in the hell?
I've had my say. Well, you know, we didn't want to leave you. Even when we said tatty bye, we came back. But thanks for tuning in.
You know what it is? I think Prince Harry likes that big booty, innit? You know what I mean? She's half black, innit? So that's why. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you got to give it up to Prince Harry. He's always a little bit of a rebel.
Realistically, have you guys seen Meghan Markle? That chick is fucking hot, man.
I'd go against my fucking grandma as well.
Look, I don't know anything about this, but man, look, we're out of time right now. But next time, I'm definitely going to get into this. That's interesting.
Until next time, finally, and thank you for tuning in.
A Dip Hop Radio.
Sasri Akal.